Hello viewers. Often in telecom world, we used to measure the power level of any network equipment using the units called decibel and decibel per milliwatt. We often wondered why we are not using watts, which is a common unit to measure the power level. Okay, let's see why it is. For example, there is a 5G base station. It is used to radiate the power level in the range of 20 watt to 160 watt. Depends on the configuration. Okay, now after a certain distance from the telecom tower, I used to get a power level from the range of 1 microwatt to 1 picowatt. So again, it depends upon the atmospheric conditions, losses, and the distance from the tower. Okay, so now if I am getting 1 milliwatt to 1 nanowatt signal in my mobile, that is represented in a numerical format like this. For example, 1 microwatt is mentioned 0.5 zeros followed by 1 watt. It's very tough to maintain these number format in the telecom world. And also, instead of mentioning 0.5 zeros followed by 1 watt, can we use this negative 60 dB per milliwatt? This is very easy to use these values in the power levels. And also, since we are using logarithmic value, instead of multiplying two power levels, we can just simply add the values in logarithmic scale. Similarly, division is done by subtracting two values in logarithmic scale. So that is why that bring down the complexity of the calculations when you are using decibel and decibel per milliwatt. Okay, now let's see, we have seen a value 0.8 zeros followed by 1 watt. How it is converted to minus 60 decibel per milliwatt. Let's see it in the next page. Okay, so I have taken the same value, P equal to 0.8 zeros followed by 1 watt. So this is the formula for calculating the decibel per milliwatt. So when I substitute this value, P value here, and also convert the watt into milliwatt, I'm doing those steps in step 1 to step 3. And then finally, I'm calculating. Finally, the logarithmic of 10 power minus 6 is equal to minus 60 dm. This is how I convert the watt into decibel per milliwatt. This is for your reference. Okay, so now dive on to why. Now we know why we are using dB and dBm instead of watts. Okay, because of the power level range. And now where to use decibel per milliwatt and where to use decibel. Let's start with dBm. Let's start with an analogy. So for example, this is a mountain which is in the sea. Okay, so if you look at this, if you want to measure the height of a mountain, for example, this mountain height is 100 meter, for example. So always you start with the scale 0, similar to this one. So whenever we measure it in a scale, the reference value starts with 0. Similarly, what is the reference value for measuring a mountain? The reference value is always we consider as above mean sea level. That is the 0 meter here in real world. So here in this picture, what is reference is we are taking the actual values of a mountain, that is 100 meter, with reference to the sea level, that is 0 meter. Okay, the same fundamental is used in the measuring the power levels. For example, I have a laser light or a LED light, which is, I want to measure the power level of it. So when we say the measuring the power level, for example, this laser light is emitting 0.2 dBm. So then again, in the earlier example, we saw the reference level. Always the reference level start with 0. But in our case, we start the reference value as 1 milliwatt. This 1 milliwatt is very much equivalent to 0 meter of the AMSL value. Okay, so now we have a question. Why we are using 1 milliwatt instead of picowatt or nanowatt? When Bell Laboratories come up with this unit dB per milliwatt, during that time all the telecom signals are ranging from picowatt to microwatt. So they have come up with one middle value that is in the milliwatt range. That's how they come with a specific unit called milliwatt as a reference level. So that is why now the formula has slightly changed. That is output power by input power. That is a reference power. Output power, whatever power we are getting it, and with reference to 1 milliwatt. Okay. So where we are using the dBm, whenever you are measuring the transmitter power rating, receiver threshold, that is we called as a receiver sensitivity, we use a power meter, OTDR trace. In those cases, we use decibel per milliwatt. Okay. Now let's move on to dB, where we are using decibel. Consider this another scenario where we are comparing two mountains, mountain A and mountain B. If you look at the picture, we can say that mountain A is higher than mountain B by 100 meters. So what basically we are doing is here we are comparing two mountain height and find out the difference of these two mountains. So the same analogy is used in dB as well. So basically what we are doing is we are just comparing two power levels and then find out the difference between the two power levels. Whenever you are doing this kind of activity, then we are using the measurement called decibel. For example, here consider the same case. In our case, we are going to, for example, here the LED light source is emitting light. We know the power level of this one. We have seen that in earlier example, 0.2 dB. Now, after it travels in the fiber optic, then we measure the power level. Okay, here we know that fiber attenuation is 0.2 dB per kilometer. So once we received it, actually we use the formula to calculate it. That is P out by P in. Here, the same example. Earlier we used to compare the height of two mountains. Here also we are comparing the power level of two different entities. One is the transmit power and another one is the receive power. We found out what is the difference between transmit power and receive power. If the receive power is lesser than the transmit power, then the value is mentioned in negative. If it is receive power is greater than the transmit power, then the dB value is in positive. So then the negative sign is denoting that there is a loss in the power levels. That it means it. Okay. And also in common cases, we used to find out 0 dB, 3 dB, 6 dB values when we are using dB. So if 0 dB means what it is, the meaning is the output power and the input power are equal. If it is positive 3 dB, then it is the output power is twice than the input power. That is, Rx power is greater than 2 times of transmit power. That is the meaning of it. So how I derived these values, we'll see that in the next slide. Okay. So the first case, 0 dB. For example, I am using the transmit power is 10 milliwatt and the output power is also 10 milliwatt. In that case, I replace the values in this formula, 10 by 10, and 10 by 10 is equal to 1. Log 1 is equal to 0 dB. That's how we got it. And look at another example for 3 dB. Here the transmit power is 5 dB and the receive power is 10 dB. So actually we are amplifying it. I'm replacing those values for the constants here in the formula. So logarithmic of 2 is equal to 0.3, which is equal to positive 3 dB. In case if it is negative means, then we are getting 2 times lower power than the transmit power. So that's the meaning of it. Okay. Now the question is where we are using this dB. So whenever you are talking about the word or measuring loss, you are comparing two power levels, transmit power and Rx power. Gain, how much gain an amplifier has. So you are comparing the output power by input power. So you are using two power levels. And also when you are doing with the ratio, when we are calculating with budget and testing, like OTDR, BERT testing, we compare the two power levels and the unit we used is dB. Okay, here the same example I have given. Look at that, the SNR values we are using it, attenuations, connector loss. Here everywhere we are using this dB value. Okay, so the rule of thumb is if you are measuring the actual power that is in the source of a LED light or a laser light, then you are using the dBm in the power meter. Okay, when you are comparing two power levels where you are finding out the losses or the gain of an amplifier, you are using dB. Thanks for watching.